Hey, this is Sri Vishwanath here, and welcome to episode 16 of the Ask Sri Vishwanath Vedanta show. And today's question comes from Joshua from New York. He says, what is Vedanta? I'd like to hear from you. So, Joshua is a long-time customer. Vedanta is the source of all teachings, it's like the ocean. So, here's the thing, where all teachings end, Vedanta begins. Where Vedanta says you do whatever you want under the sky. You have not even begun. So all the teachings of any religion, any yoga, meditation, everything has come from Vedanta. And it says, where all teachings end, Vedanta begins. So I'll share with you a simple story. This story you might have heard from a few teachers, but I want you to listen to the story again from me because I'm going to give you a very different spin to the story. This is a story of an ancient washerman in a village in India, in ancient India. And he used to make his living collecting clothes from people. So he would collect clothes, put it on the top of the donkey, take the donkey to a river, which is about 4 hours from his place, tie the donkey to the tree so the donkey doesn't run away, then wash the clothes in the river, dry it, and then put it back on the donkey. That's how he made his living, and then give it back to the people. One day, after reaching the river, which is about 4 hours from his place, he realized he forgot the rope with which he would tie the donkey to a tree. And if he left the donkey would run away. So he was in a fix. His biggest problem was to manifest the rope. And there was no rope shop nearby. If he came back, he would lose for 8 hours. And so his biggest problem was to manifest the rope. So he was looking for help. And there was a spiritual teacher coming by. And he told the teacher, please help me. I need to manifest this rope to tie the donkey. Teacher said, that's not a problem. Do these 3 visualizations. And he showed him the 3 visualizations to do before the donkey. And lo and behold, the washerman did exactly what the teacher said. And lo and behold, the donkey stood there, did not move. And so he washed his clothes. Now, what do you think could be the 3 visualizations with this spiritual teacher shared with the donkey? Now, here's it is. The same donkey, same tree every day. And every day he had a physical rope. Today there's no rope. So what would he do? What would you do to make the donkey believe that it's tied to the tree? So here's the thing what the teacher said. The teacher told him to do exactly the same thing he would do as if he had a rope. So put the rope in the neck of the donkey, and take it to the tree, tie it. So 3 actions. And he did that, and lo and behold, the donkey stood there. And he washed the clothes, dried it. Now, in the evening, he put it back on the donkey and told the donkey, let's go. Now, the donkey is not ready to go because the donkey believes it's tied to the tree. You see, now he has a bigger problem because there's no rope, but the donkey believes it's tied to the tree and it's not going anywhere. So he's in a bigger problem. He's again looking for help. Same teacher's coming back from his evening class. The teacher says, that's not a problem. Do these 3 visualizations. What is that? Untying. And he unties and he starts moving. Now listen carefully. The donkey is our brain. And the tree is the people, the events, and the memory. Self-realization, says Vedanta, is not realizing that you are in bondage and you have to free yourself, but in realizing you are never, ever, ever in bondage. So what did the donkey do wrong? 2 words, says Vedanta, 2 of the most powerful words in spiritual literature. It's called false visualization. Avidya. The donkey began with the idea that it's tied to the tree. So everything that it did, it said for meditation, I'm in bondage, I have to free myself. It did various things, good and bad. But Vedanta says you do whatever you want, but you have not solved the biggest problem. The donkey is not tied to the tree. So what does it mean that donkey is not tied to the tree? Here it is. Listen carefully. Doubt is the last thing that leaves human personality. And doubt does not exist, nor is doubt an emotion. It creates the 100 million emotions in the subtle body. Now here's the thing. What Vedanta says is any problem that you're facing, I have to take out from you something which does not exist, but its effects are seen. So you see the biggest problem in the story. The donkey is not tied to the tree, and yet it feels it's in bondage. So what is the biggest problem? Something which does not exist. The donkey believes it is. So listen to this very carefully. All teachings in the world are tying and untying the rope which does not exist. Let me say that again. All the teachings in the world, no matter what teaching, what religion, what meditation you do, they are talking about untying the rope which does not exist. The rope itself does not exist. And all teachings say, oh, you untie this. And because you tied it, you say, oh, yeah, I'm feeling very nice. The rope itself does not exist. So Vedanta talks exclusively on that thing about the rope which does not exist. Because if you get that, then that is called as liberation, Jivan Mukti, freedom, liberation, real liberation. That one thing. No other teaching in the world focuses on false visualization. There's not a single teaching in this entire planet which talks about false visualization. If you put your attention exclusively on that, that is called him. That is what great ones knew. That's what Krishna knew. That's what Jesus knew. That's what all the founders of all religions knew. But for whatever reason, it was expressed in ways of tying and untying the rope. So the reason why Vedanta is so powerful is it puts your attention entirely that rope does not exist. Now, here's the thing. If I tell you to coach the donkey, what will you tell the donkey? There is no rope. Why is the donkey feeling bondage? Here's the thing. The donkey is not able to see it. Why do you think the donkey is not able to see such an obvious thing? Because it's in the subtle body. See, you and I in the waking state are in the subtle body. It's called the mind, memory, intellect, ego. So I want you to go to www.magicofgod.com where you'll study the 4-second effect. It's 4 seconds. A day is made up of 4 seconds. And because you do not study the 4 second, one does not know what happens in 24 hours or your entire life. So you have to realize why this study is so powerful, because it teaches you the greatest thing about the rope which does not exist. And it's 5,000 years of study. 5,000. Here's the thing. Most of the teachings look at doubt as one additional thing. Vedanta says is the only thing, false visualization, if you solve, everything else is solved. Now here's the thing. See, doubt is not doubting a person or your past or your qualities or anything else. Doubt is the inability of the mind to place it exclusively on God. Inability of our mind to place it exclusively on God. The reason you're not able to place is because of this false visualization. Avidya, says Vedanta. So doubt is not doubting yourself or past. Doubt is, why are you not able to place your mind on God right now, this moment? That you have to ask yourself. And the answer in Vedanta after 5,000 years is avidya, false visualization. The entire magic of God I've spent on documenting this false visualization. It is the greatest of all study, which if you take to heart, you can save 3 decades. It is that powerful. That is why Vedanta is so powerful. And so many things are there in this false visualization. But if you touch this one false visualization, you are gold. There's not a single teaching which does that. Vedanta does that. So that's the short and sweet answer, Joshua. You can go to www.magicofgod.com to save 3 decades and to immerse yourself in the teachings of Vedanta and be liberated. Thank you, and God bless.